Hey everyone, Jason here, and I haven't recorded another episode of my show because again, like my first episode, I really, like I said, I didn't know what my show was going to consist of, and to be honest with you, like a couple of the topics that I have, like I was batting back and forth, seeing whether either doing a vlog on them or or actually doing an episode. And to be honest with you, like this one topic, it's gonna happen sooner than later, because if I keep like putting it off, I'm never gonna talk about it. And this is something I've really wanted to talk about with everybody. I had a script for it. To be honest with you, like I sat down and put a lot of thought into this and wrote it out. Like it was pretty extensive, but unfortunately my laptop's not here because I left it at my friend's house uploading videos. Go figure. Go figure. So basically this one's just gonna come from the heart, I guess. I'm going to call this episode 2, Life's Not Over. Basically today's topic is about having HIV, being HIV positive, living with HIV, whatever have you. Me, myself, like I mentioned in my About Me video, and if you haven't seen it, I will put a link down in the description, sorry. And for those of you that didn't see the video, I myself, being HIV positive for the past 5 years now, as you can see, I lead a pretty normal life. I go to the doctor routine checkups, routine blood work. Everything's fine. I am on treatment. I am undetectable, which means basically that my viral load is so low that I have a really low risk of transmitting it, or that I could also even end up, giving a false negative on a test, which is really amazing, due to how things used to be when it came to stuff like this, especially in terms of society. To be honest with you, it wasn't an easy thing for me at first. I found out I was diagnosed, like I said, about 5 years ago. It was October 11th, close to my mom's birthday, actually. I felt so bad because I forgot to call her that year, but she understood. And I was diagnosed, and it was just really hard. This is something really hard for anybody to receive. Anybody. Whether you be male, whether you be female, whether you be younger, whether you be older. This is very hard hitting news to anybody. I, to be honest with you, couldn't react at all. Like, I just sat there with my mouth open and just tears rolling out of my face. And I laugh about it now because I think about it and it's like, God, you're such a drama queen. But it's the fact that it's just such hard news that it hurt, like it really messes with you, like. And I'm just here to basically tell you that you're not alone. We all go through this. We receive the news. It's hard. We cry. We get sad. It is natural. It is normal, and it is okay. It is okay to be sad. You know why? Because the feelings that are there, like you're gonna start feeling like, what happened? Why did I do this? Why me? What did I do to deserve this? Or, and so on and so forth. And it's just, it's very heartbreaking, you know what I mean? And to be honest with you, it's okay. It's okay. Just, cry it out if you have to do it. But my main thing today is to actually getting out and talking about it. To be honest with you, it wasn't easy for me at all. Number one, because God only knows how the hell my family and friends were going to react, because those were the people I were most concerned about. The rest of the world really didn't faze me until I started actually getting back into it. First things first, close friends, and family, okay? Now, I actually ended up just calling everybody. To be honest with you, I couldn't hold it in. Like, I had to let everybody know. And to be honest with you, I'm glad I did. I'm really glad that I picked up this phone and called my mom. I unfortunately couldn't call my aunt because she was at work. I texted her. I know. And I called my grandmother. Now, while, mind you, it was 3 completely different reactions. My grandmother was completely copacetic, which was actually very, very weird for me, because I didn't think that I thought she was the one that was going to flip out. My mom's the one that actually flipped out at first, because she really didn't understand what was going on, and she didn't understand HIV to begin with. And it was okay, I understood. And my aunt, which was basically like, oh my God, you know, what happened? She's the one that like asked the most questions. She's the one that actually did the research. She sat my mom down and calmed her down and talked to her and let her know. And then afterwards, you know, everything was okay. You know, everybody was fine. Everyone's like, you're going to be fine. Like everybody was asking me, are you okay? Like, are you going to be okay? Like, do you have plans? Like, are you thinking of killing yourself? And I'm like, no, I'm fine. This is a shock to me, you know, blah, blah, blah. Obviously, I didn't kill myself because I'm still here. And, you know, so it was very hard, you know. And then came my friends. My thing is that I hang out with a lot of people, and we do a lot of things together. And while I know that you don't hug somebody, and while I know that you can still interact and do and this and that, well, I mean, it wasn't so much the physical interaction. It was more me telling them and how they're going to react to me having it. And which, it was really surprising for me because I still have, they're just scattered about everywhere, have such awesome and amazingly cool friends that once I told them and I broke that barrier down and I let them know, they were okay with it. Nobody changed with me. Nobody changed the way they thought of me. Nobody saw me differently. Nobody nothing. And it was amazing. And I'm like, okay, so this isn't going to be bad at all. You know, another thing is not to limit your life. Don't limit yourself because others tell you you can't, or because you think that you're not going to be able to. To be honest with you, I thought the same thing, and if that were the case, I wouldn't have taken culinary arts. Like, the thought of cutting myself alone was scary enough. You know, imagine me having what I got and then cutting myself at work and other people knowing or other people finding out. Like, it was just horrible. And I said I wasn't going to do it, but then I had, again, you know, my support system, which was my friends and family. You know, that's actually was a point I was trying to make, was to create a support system. You know, after after you tell your friends and your family, like, you create that support system, they will, you know, they won't let you be sad about it. They'll pick you up out of this shit, you know, which is good, which is something you need. You need good words, you need kind words, you need a lot of positivity, and you just need to be brought up a little bit, you know. And family and friends are really good at doing that, especially if they care for you a lot. You know, so going back to culinary arts, I would have never done it. You know, I would have never done it if that were the case. And I did, you know, and I did it, and I cooked professionally, and so on and so forth. My boss, my chef knew, the assistant knew, like people knew, you know, and it was okay. Like, it's not over. Your life is not over. Your life does not end here. If anything, it only begins. It only begins, because, to be honest with you, if it wasn't for this, I wouldn't have the confidence to talk to you about it now. I wouldn't have the confidence to look at this camera and speak to you now about it. This is something super serious. To be honest with you, I don't know if any other YouTuber in the gay community has done a video like this. You know, and if they have, awesome, you know what I mean? But to be honest with you, I just think that it should come better from someone that is actually living with HIV. To be honest with you, I'm sorry if you do have HIV and you did make a video and I just don't know about it, you know what I mean? I'm ignorant on YouTube sometimes. No, I'm just, you know, like, so, you know, so I just figured it would be a lot better, you know, coming from someone that does have it, you know, that has experience with living with it, so, you know, and just going through all of these changes in life and changing myself and the way I see myself and the way I, you know, act and but before, it was crazy. I seriously considered, you know, ceasing life because I didn't know what to do with myself after this. Like, I thought that I was going to end up working in an office all day, every day, in which at that point in time sounded okay because they're good jobs. Offices are good jobs. I'm sorry. It doesn't matter where you're working. I worked for like 3 attorney law firms, and they were cool. You know, unfortunately, they didn't work out. One I got fired from, and the other 2 I quit. You know, because it's just, don't even. You know, but life doesn't end. Life does not end. It definitely, certainly does not end. Sex life, either way, doesn't end at all. It doesn't. And I, like I said, was not capable of, sorry, it's raining really hard outside. I was not capable of speaking about this to anybody, like other than my friends and family. That was it. Nobody. I was not comfortable. I was really like kind of ashamed. I was, also intimidated, kind of scared, because I didn't know how, my future potential, partners, as well as, sexual partners, were going to take this, we're going to handle it, we're going to react. And to be honest with you, like over the year, like I've gotten a lot of positive and negative feedback. To be honest with you, my thought process behind it is that, you know what? It happened to me. I don't want it to happen to someone else. And it's because, sorry, I popped my ears, pressure, water, oh goodness. Sorry, it happened to me, and I don't want it to happen to someone else. Sorry. And then what happened was is that apparently, I don't know if the person I was with either knew that they had it, or they didn't know that they had it. They knew that they had it and didn't tell me, or they didn't know that they had it and we just happened anyway. Or, yeah, no, it was either or, one of those. Why was I thinking there was a third option? I don't know. Either way, it was one of those, and it's like, okay, fine. Like, I had to call people. Like, I ended up freaking out a couple people. I had to tell everybody I was ever with to get tested. That's very, like, ugh. But you know what? I'm glad I did, because you know what? It's getting out there, and it's something serious. This is serious. It's not, like, it's not as serious as others make it out to be, you know what I mean? But it's still a little serious, you know what I mean? You do have to let people know. You do have to still talk about it. Like, seriously, like, this wasn't always the case for me, like I said. It was very hard at first, but now, like I said, I don't care. You know, let people know. Let whoever you were with know. Like, if you had unprotected sex with them, you know what I mean? So on and so forth. And it'll work out a lot better for you. Another thing behind my thought process behind it is that, you know what? Honesty is the best policy. To be honest with you, see? To be honest with you, to me, it's very liberating. You know what I mean? A lot of people appreciate honesty a lot more, rather than you hiding it from them, with like a lie of omission, or letting them know down the road. People take it a lot more when you're just more upfront and letting them know, listen, this is what's, before anything else happens, because we have really good chemistry, this is what's going on. And I usually leave it up to them. And I still get, my negative things here and there, but not so much as before. Before, it was horrible. Before, I had guys tell me that I was disgusting, that I was infected, and that I was going to die, and that they wanted nothing to do with me. And I was like, okay, well, thanks, you know what I mean? And it would get me down, but at the same time, I can't let them get me down. So you keep going. Life goes on. And so I keep talking to people, and lo and behold, eventually I gain this confidence that, you know what, it is what it is. It's a part of me. It's not going anywhere. Take it or leave it. You know what I mean? You want to be with me, you're going to accept me for no matter what. And and it's stuck. You know what I mean? I will talk to somebody, like, let's say on a on a dating website or something, and I'll let them know, we have good chemistry, okay, you seem awesome, blah, 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 but before anything else happens, I want to let you know this is what's up. And then they'll be like, oh, okay, thank you for the honesty, therefore, and they've told me they've appreciated it. And, then they give me their feedback on it. Either they say, well, unfortunately, I can't expose myself to anything like that, or they'll say, I appreciate the honesty, but unfortunately, no, I don't think it's something I'll do. Or, like, there'll be those guys that'll be like, you know what, it's okay. With protection, everything's the same, you know what I mean? It's no big deal. And that's what's even more amazing, is that ignorance doesn't affect everybody. You know what I mean? That ignorance doesn't affect everybody, which is amazing. So that's great, but a lot of people are ignorant to the situation and don't understand what's going on and don't know, and so they rather continue to not know or do the research and to just treat you like shit, and that's fine. If that makes you feel better, then kudos to you. You're doing a great job, but to be honest with you, you're a douchebag to me. So it is what it is. But definitely life isn't over. Like, don't think that it is. Like, it really is not. Just keep going, like keep doing what you're passionate about, keep doing what you really want to do in your life no matter what. Meet that person, go out and have fun. Don't stay at home sulking and just, no, it's not healthy, because then you're going to end up getting depressed, and then you're not going to end up doing anything with yourself, and while the entire world is still living. So I mean, it's rather just to, accept it. It's there. Definitely do go talk to a doctor if it does happen. Listen to what your doctor has to say. Go in for your regular blood work. Talk to them about different medication options. I mean, science has it down to one freaking pill that you take daily for you to just be, for you to be okay, for you to live the rest of your life normally, and that is what's amazing. That's awesome. Science is amazing. I love science. Excuse me. So definitely, I really just hope that this video does touch somebody. It does get out there. It does get seen. I really hope that people do, actually listen to what I have to say about this type of situation, especially it being something so hardcore and something so, so let me know what you guys think down in the comments. What are your feelings about this? What are your feelings about, people, about the HIV stigma that still exists around everywhere? Let me know what you guys think. Let me know, if you guys have any stories, anything, let me know down below in the comments. That's what they're there for. And just like this video, subscribe to me if anything. Thank you so much for sitting here and listening to what I have to say. And you have an awesome day. You can do anything, no matter what. Ah!